everybody, this is Tarina. This is card number 2 switching up the papers, and so I'm going to go ahead and with the previous card I went and switched up the sentiments, so I pretty much kept the same colors, I just changed the word, just swapped sentiments. And for this time, I think I'm going to go ahead and instead of using the raspberry, because the colors that I picked from the Little Dreamer paper pack are the little hearts, and I thought they were adorable, and the little hearts have the juniper blue color, and so I decided to pull in this paper as well, and that is one of the original papers, and that's original to this, but I liked how it pulled it out, and so I'm going to go ahead and use these, and I'm doing that. I'm going to be using the sorbet color to match the hearts. I haven't tested to see if it's an exact match yet or not, and then since I don't have any of the lagoon, I'm going to go ahead and use glacier, and it seems to work pretty decently. This was my last card, and the glacier, yeah, it really does, it matches up pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use those colors and see how they work. If they don't, well then I guess I'm going to have to figure out something else. I could definitely use the glacier instead if I wanted to. So, I think before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and get just a random piece of paper that I cut the last heart out of, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of wipe it on there and see. I don't know if that's the right color or not. It's really hard to tell. It should do just fine. I mean, I'm stamping so lightly. I'm not pushing that hard anyways, so. But if I don't like it, I can always flip it over and try again. So that's what this, I guess this is where we're going to get started. My first thing, I like to start with the stamping and get that out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and use my stamp press, Stamp Perfect. This is what it's called, by Hero Arts, and I love this thing, like seriously love it. Saves a lot of restamping, and this time I'm going to switch up the sentiments, so I'm going to switch the Miss You sentiment for this card, and on the last one I did the Love You lots, so I'm going to go ahead and do Miss You. And it seems that there's lots of room, so we're going to try to get it down a bit. And try to make sure it's straight. Looks pretty straight to me. And since I put that down in the corner, I can just readjust it. And we're going to go ahead and use our archival black for this. And hope this gets all of it. And that actually turned out pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. The last card, I found that I needed to make sure I wiped my stamps down and clean them with a damp baby wipe, because when they're a little on the dry side, they leave fibers from the wipes. So that's something to remember. Make sure it's damp. I've seen people use the chamois, and I'm very interested in that. I'm interested to know how well it works. I mean, it seems to work pretty decently, but I mean, your own opinions kind of trump those of others when you're using a product, so that would be interesting to know or to experience. Alright, so we're going for the word lots, and I think the lots, we're going to go ahead and maybe I'll do the lots in the I kind of want to do it in the blue and the glacier, but I kind of want to do it in, I think I'm going to do it in the sorbet, because the sorbet, if I do the sorbet and then I do the glacier for the heart and the lines that's over here, then I can do the hearts in the sorbet again. So I think maybe that's what I will do. Oh, it's pretty on point. Alright, I guess we'll see. I'm a little nervous. Can't help it. I'm going to go ahead and keep that flat and see how that turns out. Oh, I like that. I like that color. I don't know if it actually matches this or not. Not so much. But I do like the color. That counts for anything. You know, I might be able to actually just flip that over. I really like the hearts, though. I don't know if I have a color that will match the hearts. I'm actually going to go ahead and look, and I will put you guys on pause real quick. Okay, so I found Pixie. Works pretty decently. It's not the exact same color, but it goes well. So I'm going to go ahead and use Pixie. And that right there is a pigment ink, not a water-based ink. So they do sell these in the little cubes, and it's from Close to My Heart. And so I'm going to go ahead and re-stamp this. And I think what I'm going to do is, since I already have that on there, I'm going to go ahead and ink it back up and stamp that down. And I'm going to clean that off. And I'm not familiar with using the pigment inks. I don't know how best to clean them off my stamps. I don't know, because yeah, that seems kind of leaves something to be desired as far as cleaning. So baby wipes don't work very good for pigment ink, just so you guys know, or at least mine don't. And I'm gonna go ahead and stamp. I'm gonna restamp everything, but not everything, but the Miss You. Oops, I was supposed to do Miss You So Much. Oh well, live and learn. So this one I'm gonna go ahead and do in the glacier ink, and that will help bring in, because the pattern paper that I chose has hearts all over it, and it has one like glacier colored heart, so that will help bring that glacier colored heart into this. I see a whole bunch of things on this. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to wash it with my wet one. My goodness. These wipes are leaving something to be desired in the cleaning department, that's for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to try it again. I don't remember having this many issues with my wipes. It's very interesting. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Like that. See, those two colors go great together, if you can see them. I guess just tap them, don't rub them. might help. And then we're going to go ahead and do Miss You again. No! How did I do that? I have absolutely no clue how I did that. Boo. Oh well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, won't we? Okay. Put this one right in here, make sure it's even, straight. I guess that's straight enough. And then we're going to go ahead and the archival black for this one. Okay, and get that down there. Looks pretty good, other than the one little hair. I'm just having a rough go with these wipes today. See? It still leaves a little bit. Alright, so next is our hearts. Oh, that definitely would have done it, but I didn't do that last time. These ones are a bit hard to open when you've got, they don't offer those older ones, but when they're new, like that one was a new one. I got them before they went out of, not commission, but they retired the old ones. So I just thought of an idea. I'm going to stamp this and then I'm going to see if it works. So I'm going to go, let's see, we've got, what do we have here that we can use? We already got lots, Miss You lots, and then we could do lots and lots on there if we wanted to. Or so much, we could do the hearts. Already, Miss You lots already. Maybe we'll just do lots, or already. I haven't done that one or used that one yet, so that would be nice. So let's see. I'm going to prep it so it actually takes the ink instead of the ink just sitting on there because of the oils and whatnot from packaging. Not just packaging, but wow, I lost that word too. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. Get the ink on there. And stamp it down. Ooh. And that turned out pretty nice. Now if I can get it to show for you guys. There we go. Alright, so we're going to dovetail that, but I'm going to try to clean this again. I just don't know. I have a stamp scrubber and the stuff to put in it, and I like using something quick like the baby wipes, but obviously the baby wipes don't like to be efficient all the time anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up. And I think what I'm going to do is, since this has a little bit of marking on it, I'm not entirely certain how I managed it, but I did. I think I might just trim it off and then have this one down here too. And that will make this stand out more, which I like the idea of it standing out more. So I'm going to go ahead and dovetail this, maybe. I really am not the greatest at this, but we'll see how it works. That was totally not from the corner. There we go. And then we'll dovetail this side. I don't know how well that one's going to turn out either. I know the more I practice it, the better I get, but you would think I would know how, since I've been scrapbooking and everything for about 15 years now. Okay, maybe it's been 10. I don't know, I was pretty young. So instead of that being there, I'm going to go ahead and trim this, maybe with my trimmer. I think we have neighbor little kids out here loving on our kitty outside. Sometimes they love on them, and sometimes they're not nice to them, so... But we always try to encourage being nice to the animals. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and, if you look, I'm not sure if you can see that, but if you look, I've got this about, I'd say, two-thirds, no, 3/8, about 3/8 from the sentiment. So I kind of have a 3/8 border. So I'm going to try to keep that border here. So I'm going to line that up about 3/8 in. So we've got quarter or eighth, quarter, 3/8. So I'm thinking I'm going to line that up with that and maybe give it a little bit of leeway, and then I'll trim that off. Please trim nicely. Oh, look, it almost trimmed nicely. But yes, that is a nice little border there. This titanium blade, I tell you what, it gets dull so fast. Titanium may last forever, but it's definitely overrated in the blade department. Okay, so there's that, and we're going to go ahead and put that down here. And then we'll put this down here. And so it will actually kind of look like a Polaroid photo frame. I like that idea. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere these together, just because I know that that's the way that I want them. And see how that works. You don't always plan on things happening like that, but you can always make the best of it. Alright, and totally gonna retry that. And I'm going to put that up on foam in a little bit, and I'm going to work on these. Make sure your fold is at the top, and then we're going to go ahead and do this black here to start out with. And I think I may actually use the shimmer trim on this one. The last one I used, I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not, but I think I'm just going to keep it in there. I think it'll add just a little bit of whimsy to it. Whimsy. Alright. This one feels like it's a little on the long side, so I'm not sure. Okay. And I'm going to trim this side off because it's over a bit. Okay. And then we've got this one, and this one needs to be dovetailed as well. So I'm going to give that a try. And I don't want it too far in. And of course. Okay. And it's going to go that way, and I'm wondering, so that should fit right there with that little blue one. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. And then the shimmer trim is going to go right down below this dovetailed piece. So the way this is, the dovetailed is lined up right with that in its point. So that's what I'm going to go for. The instructions actually have more of a like 1/4 inch guide and things like that. So when you are actually placing your items, they tell you how far over and how far down to place them. So this one just shows kind of in between, and it's about 1 inch from the top of the card. So, and then we're gonna go ahead, we gotta do the shimmer trim. Now the shimmer trim on the last batch of cards that I did, instead of shimmer trim, I did stitching. And those are things that you can change up in your card making. You don't have to do it the exact same way that you see it on the paper. Add your little techniques and make them unique for you. Of course, if you're doing it in bulk, you know, it's much easier to do them exactly by the cutting guide, but we'll just do it. So I'm going to try to get this off of here. I usually keep the back on there and then just peel it as I go, but it gets to be so long and cumbersome that I don't know. So this is just going to butt right up against here, and I hope that I've got enough room on both sides. Like that, and then we're going to trim these sides. And these Close to My Heart nonstick scissors are great for trimming. They're especially for sticky tape and shimmer trim. But they're nice and sharp, and they're very light, so your hands don't hurt from holding them for so long. Alright, so now we're going to do the 3D foam tape. Actually, I think we're going to adhere this down. And you know, I might just leave that covering that heart. I really didn't want to cover the heart, but it's kind of just in that location that it's going to happen. It's okay. Just roll with it. Alrighty. So now we're going to try to keep the top and the bottom even, and this guide here says about 3/4 of the way, 3/4 of an inch in. And that leaves us about there, about there, and then we've got this. And I love this pigment ink. It definitely stands out, which is awesome. I almost put that on upside down. And I'll try to get this in the center, which should be awesome. Alright, and now for the bling. What do we want to do for the bling? So I've got the little... Ooh, what if we do some of the... Oh, I like that. Alright, so here on the guide, they've got a bling here and a bling here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and keep that the same, only I'm going to change it from purple to the green. Like that. Like that. Woo, woo, woo. Come on, you can do it. Oh. Like, I don't know where I want it. I don't really want it to cover the heart, because you can kind of see the heart through it. There we go. We'll just leave it like that. There we go. And then I think I'm going to go ahead, because I got to add some bitty sparkles. Maybe. This one's on the back side for some reason. And maybe have that like that there. I don't know. I think I might spread a few of them out over the whole card. And I can always remove them if I don't like them. So far, I thought I was going to keep it the same, but it would seem that I'm changing it up. And then maybe one of these out here. Sure, why not? Okay, I like that. And it kind of brings in two groups of three, so I've got the larger one with the two smaller ones, and then I've got the larger with the two smaller ones. And I like that. I think that'll go well. And that already stands out on its own, so... Alrighty, so this is this card here. And changing it up a little bit, and there we go. And let me bring in my other card so you guys can just kind of see. This was the original. And these are the switch-ups. They're a bit different, but they both look cute too. So, I don't know why I did that. I am going to go ahead and hop off here and get my next project going. So, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and don't be afraid to change up a layout or add in some techniques and keep the layout. If you have any questions or you would like a cutting guide, you can contact Janice Wilson at janicewilson.closetomyheart.com, and I will leave the links in the description box below, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye!